Aurora, you
Mhm.
said you said that Mark is always late, and it's really you're really angry.
Mhm.
Okay, I want you to take a deep breath and give some thought to what you're feeling in your body underneath that anger.
Um, it just feels frustrating.
Where is that frustration in your body?
Um, Probably like in my throat. Like I can't hardly speak sometimes. Like I'm just swallowing what I feel kind of thing.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So let's just sit with that for a second. Let's notice that. I'm wondering what the feeling is underneath that anger.
Um, I feel disappointed
Hmm.
and just sad, really.
The
Like a
pain.
sense of disappointment. Yeah.
So you feel pain underneath that anger.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. Um, I wonder how it would work if you told Mark that you're hurting.
I don't know that he would listen to it, to be honest with you. I don't.
All right. And I understand that. The reason you are here, Mark, will you take a deep breath for me? I I understand. Let's just slow down.
I didn't say anything.
And I get it. I did feel something for you. So I felt a little spike and was wondering, Mark, if you were getting upset. And I know it's hard to sit there and listen.
Well, it's hard to listen and hear her say that I'm not going to listen.
Right?
That's all. It's just hard. It's okay. I'm okay.
Okay.
I
All
want to
right.
listen. Keep going.
Great. I really appreciate
It's
that.
my
You
experience. I
Yeah.
don't always feel heard. That's all.
know what? Let's all just slow down for a
Let's
second.
give it a chance, see what we can do.
All right. It makes sense to me that you guys are going to come see me. And of course, your experience with each other is based on the last 12 years that you've been together. So I get that, and that's okay. What we're all here doing today is learning something new. And what I want both of you to do is give each other a chance, kind of see each other with new eyes, and let's keep the past in the past because we're doing something new now, yes?
Hmm.
Right.
Okay. Okay, good. All right. So I really hear that that's been your experience, Aurora, and I can
Mhm.
understand. Um, let me help Mark. Let me help him listen. So, can you describe to Mark what you're experiencing?
Um, I just get a sense of frustration, and then I feel like I can't really talk because it's like a choking feeling in my throat.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe let's just pause there, Aurora. I want you, when you communicate to Mark, because ideally what happens is, well, first of all, you two need to understand that these ruptures in relationships and conflicts, they're inevitable. They're going to happen. They're actually a normal part of every relationship. Okay. So the conflicts are inevitable. What we're focusing on is what we can do about those. So, Aurora, let me just walk you both through ideally what you can do with your anger. Anger is a normal human emotion. So Aurora, you said that's the first thing you feel. He said 6 o'clock, it's 6:40, and your throat is tight and you're very, very angry. So I want you to let yourself have that. And then I want us to figure out right now what would regulate you, what would help that throat open up, what would slow that heart rate down, right? So let's do that first, because we really can't do anything else until we do that. So in thinking about it, what would help that throat open up? Is it a deep breath?
Probably. I mean, in thinking about it, I'm guessing that I probably, it's almost like I'm fighting back from crying. Like, I get so angry that I could just easily have a meltdown. And instead of doing that, I just, just kind of swallow whatever it is that I'm feeling, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, yes. Well, let's try this. Let's put one hand on our heart, the other one on our stomach. Let's just take a deep breath. So basically, when you feel anger, we're going to retrain you to stop everything. We're going to put on the brakes. One hand on the heart. Take a deep breath. And let me know when you feel your throat relax and start to open up. Good.
A little easier, less tight.
Okay, good. Now, you had the anger. We used your body to regulate it. And now the question I want you to ask yourself is, what's underneath that? What am I feeling?
I think it's sadness because, like, again, it's almost like I welled up and I feel like I want to cry, but then I don't, so I close it off. So I'm guessing it's just sadness. It's just, like pain, like it just sits there. Yeah.
All right, so Aurora, I do not want you to shut your feelings down or close them off. Absolutely. I do not want you to do that. I want you to be able to communicate your feelings to Mark. I'm sure you've noticed that your anger pushes him away. Let's see what happens if you communicate your feelings. Now, let's keep in mind what we learned last week. One of the things that works well with Mark is if when you approach him, your body is regulated because he can feel it, and you ask him if he has a minute to talk. Okay? So,
Are you saying that perhaps I should, before I come and talk to him, maybe I should take a couple deep breaths, like on my own, to let some of that go?
yeah,
Maybe.
because I want you to tell him what you're feeling, because anger is going to dysregulate him, and then neither one of you are going to be able to have a good conversation, and neither one of you are going to be able to get your needs met. So you do what you need to do with your anger after letting yourself have it, and then you come to each other with the feeling. So you're coming to Mark with a feeling. So you're like, do you have a minute to talk? He says yes. And then how do you communicate your feeling to him? Can you tell him?
I'm feeling frustrated.
You're always going to do better. And I'm sorry. It's just frustration, annoyance. Those are low forms of anger. And I want to keep Mark in a really calm, open, alert state. I want him to be attuned to you. So we want to keep him regulated.
Okay.
All right. So you said that you were sad and that you were hurting. Can you tell him that?
So when you come home late,
Aurora, I'm sorry. I know I'm interrupting you. Okay. And I apologize. I just want this to go well. When Mark's brain hears when you or you, even though he may not be aware of it, it makes him defensive. So
Oh.
what I would like him to do, because it will feel good to you, is for you to lead with the feeling. Lead with I'm fill in the blank.
I'm sad.
Okay, let's just slow down. Mark, she said, I'm sad.
Mhm.
How would you respond to that?
I'm sorry to hear you're sad.
And that is a lovely intent. And I understand that you really are sorry. What Aurora needs right now is your focused attention and
Mhm.
your curiosity.
Mhm.
If you were curious, what would you say?
What are you sad about?
That's perfect. Thank you. Go ahead, Aurora.
Um, I'm sad because I'm feeling lonely because you're not home.
Okay, Mark. Can you hear that?
Yeah,
Does it dysregulate you?
I don't know what you mean.
Uh, what did you experience when she said, I'm sad because I feel lonely because you're not home?
I wished I didn't have to work so much.
Mhm. Okay, I can understand that.
I wish she'd understand that that's why I'm not home.
And I understand that too. And again, remember what we learned from last week. It really works better and it makes you both feel better if when Aurora is the talker that you're focused on her and her feelings. And then when you're the talker that Aurora is really focused on you without a reference back to herself.
So I said the wrong thing.
No, not at all. You have the best intent. I can see it and I'm sure Aurora can. This is just a different way of communicating. So I could feel your intent, Mark.
So what should I have said?
Ask if you stay in that curious stance.
Yeah.
I'm sad, I'm feeling lonely because you're not home.
Yeah. So you want me to be curious about that?
Mhm, mhm.
You
Seems
could also choose not to be late all the time.
Wait, Aurora, let's just slow down. I understand you're trying to tell him how to solve the problem. That felt a little critical.
Oh,
I didn't mind.
Okay, well, and I appreciate that you didn't mind. I just really want us to focus on you two are trying to connect and you're trying to work out an issue here. And
Okay.
I'm trying to help you guys. And I know it is a minute by minute, moment by moment process. And it's a lot to take in, but these little things, they really matter. So it's a valid question, Aurora. Why can't you come home on time more? But there's a better way to communicate it.